Hello, good day everyone. So for today we're going to have the introduction to slope. Okay. So slope is a measure of steepness. It is the steepness of the line. Okay. So we have different kinds of slope. If the slope is from left going to right direction, that is a positive slope. If the slope is, or if the line is from right going to left, slanting position, that will be a negative slope. Okay? Then for a horizontal line, since it has no slope, therefore the slope is 0. But if the line is a vertical line, the slope is undefined or no slope because it's already vertical line. Okay, so these are the 4 types of slope. Again, positive if the line is from left to right, negative if the line is from right to left, and 0 if the line is horizontal, and if the line is vertical, therefore the slope is undefined or no slope. Okay, slope is sometimes referred to as the rate of change between 2 points. The letter M is always used to represent slope. So if you want to solve for slope, you can use small letter m, or in writing the formula for slope, we use small letter m. Okay, so here's the formula. If given 2 points on a line, you may find the slope using the formula y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Okay, again, this is slope, which is represented by small letter m. Okay, that is equal to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. You can use this again if the given are 2 points. So you all know that a point has an x and y, right? So you're going to get y sub 1, x sub 1, y sub 2, x sub 2 on those 2 given points. Okay, so again, this is the formula for finding the slope if you have 2 points given. The formula may sometimes be written as m equals to change in y over change in x. Okay, so slope can be expressed in some other different ways. So this is the first one. Again, we use this if the given is, or if the given are 2 points. Okay, if you have point 1, you have there x sub 1 and y sub 1, and you also have point number 2, you have x sub 2, y sub 2. Okay, if the given is a graph, you can use this rise over run. Again, if the given is a graph, you can use this rise over run. Later, I'm going to show you how. Okay, another representation of slope is this one, vertical change. You all know that vertical line represents the y-axis. So vertical change means change in y-axis. Over horizontal change, horizontal is the x-axis. So this is change in x-axis. Okay, so let's try this. Find the slope of the line through points 3, 7, and 5, 19. So you can use the formula here since 2 points are given. This is the first one, 3, 7. This is the second one, 5, 19. Okay, so 3 is x sub 1, 7 is y sub 1, 5 is x sub 2, 19 is y sub 2. So next is to write the equation. So you have to memorize this. Y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Okay, so that's the first step. Then substitute the given. So this is y sub 2, that is 19, minus y sub 1, that is 7. Okay, over x sub 2, that is 5, is 1. Minus x sub 1, that is 3. Then we have 19 minus 7, you'll get 12. And 5 minus 3, you'll get 2. Then, since fraction is usually a fraction, since slope is usually a fraction, you must make sure that your final answer is in lowest term. Or just like in this one, since 12 is divisible by 2, so just divide 12 by 2. So your answer here is 6. So the slope of 3, 7 and 5, 19 is 6 or 6 over 1 if you want to get rise over run. Okay, number 2, find the slope of the line that passes through the points 2, -2, -2, and 4, 1. When given points, it is easier to use the formula, right? So just write the formula. Y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Substitute. Y sub 2 is 1. 1. Y sub 1 is -2. -2. Over x sub 2. X sub 2 is 4. So 4. Minus x sub 1. X sub 1 is -2. After getting all the given, substituting all the given, you can now simplify. So you must apply, since this is subtraction, you must apply the rule in subtracting integers. So in subtracting integers, you have to change the sign of the subtrahend. The subtrahend is -2, so it will become +2. Then proceed to addition. So this will become 1 plus 2. Okay, same with this one. Change the sign of the subtrahend. The subtrahend is -2. It will be -2. Then minus will become plus. So this will become 4 plus 2. Okay, then simplify. So 1 plus 2 equals 3. 4 plus 2 equals 6. Then 3 over 6 is a fraction, and you can get the simplest form of 3 over 6. Just think of the number that is divisible by 3 and also divisible by 6. And that number is 3. So, divide both by 3. 3 divided by 3, 1. 6 divided by 3, 2. So, the simplest form of 3 over 6 is 1/2. So, therefore, the slope of -2, -2, and 4, 1, the slope is 1/2. Okay? Find the slope of the line that goes through the points -5, 3, and 2, 1. Okay, so write the formula. M equals to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Then, let's label this. This will be x sub 1, y sub 1. This will be x sub 2, y sub 2. Okay? So, y sub 2 is 1, y sub 1, 3, x sub 2, 2, and x sub 1, -5. Okay? Then, simplify. So, 1 minus 3, -2, over, so this will become 2 plus 5, that will be 7. So, -2 over 7. This is already in simplest form because there is no common number between 2 and 7 that you can divide. There's no number aside from 1 wherein you can divide 2 and 7. So therefore, your final answer here is negative 2 over 7. Okay? So find the slope of the line that passes through 3, 5, and negative 1, 4. I'll give you 2 minutes for this one. No, just 1 minute is okay, right? Okay, so let's answer this. So let's label this first. This will be x sub 1, y sub 1. This will be x sub 2, y sub 2. So just write the formula. M equals to y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Then substitute the given. Y sub 2 equals to 4 minus y sub 1, 5. Over x sub 2, negative 1, minus x sub 1, 3. Okay? Then, it will become 4 minus 5, negative 1, over negative 1 plus negative 3. This will become negative 4. Since both of them are negative, it will become positive 1/4. So, your final answer here is positive 1/4. Okay? So, maybe you were wondering why negative 1 minus 3 is negative 4. If you apply the rule in subtraction, this will become negative 1. Then negative 3, sorry, 3 here is positive, right? It will become negative 3. Then minus will become plus. So this will be negative 1 plus negative 3, and that is negative 4. Okay? So your final answer here is negative 1/4. Sorry, negative 1/4. No, it's positive 1/4 because you have negative 1 over negative 4. Negative divided by negative, you'll get positive. So the answer is 3. Okay? Be careful with the sign. Now, slope of a line with a graph. So the first thing that we discussed is getting the slope if the given are 2 points. Now, we're going to determine the slope of a line with a graph. What if the coordinates of the 2 points are not given and the only given is a graph? So how will you get the slope? Okay, so let's have this one. When given the graph, it is easier to apply rise over run. Okay, so how do we do rise over run? So determine the slope of the line. Start with the lower point and count how much you rise and then how much you run. Okay, so in using rise over run, so slope equals to rise over run, you must be careful with the sign. So remember, if you're going up, the sign is positive. If you're going down, the sign is negative. If you're going to the right, the sign is positive. If you're going to the left, the sign will be negative. Okay, so please remember that. So we're going to count now from this point to this point. So rise. So it will be, you're going to count how many units from this point up to that point. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. So you have 3 units since it's going up, so therefore the sign is positive. Then run how many units from this point to this point. Okay, so let's count. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 3 over 6. 3 over 6 or 1 half, because both of them are divisible by 3. So 3 divided by 3, 1. 6 divided by 3, 2. So your final answer here is 1 half. Okay, so that's how to get the slope if the graph is given. Please consider the sign. Our sign here are both positive because the direction is upward. Okay, upward, then going right. So both of these numbers here are positive. Okay, but if you have the opposite direction, let's say instead of going up you go down, so your sign is negative. Instead of going right you go left, so the sign is negative. Okay, so okay, so rise is 3, run is 6. So reduce the lowest term, so 1 half. This is called the triangle method. The slope is positive since the line is increasing. Remember, a while ago, I discussed to you the 4 kinds of slope. This one is from left to right. It is increasing, so therefore we have positive slope. If the line is from left from right to left, that is decreasing, so negative. Okay, so that's why in here, since what we have here is from left to right, so therefore the slope is positive. Okay, so even the direction of rise over run will tell you the sign. Up positive, right positive. Okay, so next, determine the slope of the line shown. So what if the given is like this? 2, wherein there's no point, there's no identified points. It's just a plain line. So what should you do? Okay, so first find points on the graph. So if you can locate points that are exactly with x and with y, just like this one, so you can do that. Then use 2 of them and apply rise over run. So you can use these 2, you can use these 2, you can use these 2, or you can use these 2. So any of the identified points will do. Just make sure that you have two identified points. So let's say this one. So in this case, we choose this and this. Okay, so up, going up, how many units is that? So that is, okay, so this is positive 1, positive 2, so 2, positive 2, because okay, what they did here is they got a rise of 2 and they got a run of negative 1, because if you're going to start with this point, you're going to run to the left side 1 unit to the left, so that is negative 1, and 2 units up, so that is positive 2. Or if you decide to start from this one, you'll get a negative 2 because you go down and a positive 1 because you go right. Okay, either of the two you're going to come up with the same answer. So if you have -2 on the rise and +1 on the run, you will still get -2. Okay, but if you're going to solve it like this, go left, so -1, go up, so +2, so your answer is -2. Okay, so any of the method will do. Anyway, you're still going to get the same answer, whether you go up first or you go left first, or you go down and you go right. Okay, so the line is decreasing, so therefore the slope is negative. Okay, so what is the slope of the horizontal line? If you can recall that 4 kinds of slope, if the line is a horizontal line, therefore the line doesn't rise, right? So therefore rise is 0, and over any number where it passed through, okay, or any number, so that will be equal to 0. 0 over any number is 0. All horizontal line have a slope of 0. So when you see a horizontal line, it is automatic that the slope of that line is 0. How about this one? What is the slope of the vertical line? So the line doesn't run, right? So therefore, the number over 0 will be undefined, because any number over 0, that will be undefined. All vertical lines have an undefined slope. Please remember that, okay? So we can also use slope in creating a graph or in graphing a line. So let's say draw a line through the point 2, 0 that has a slope of 3. So you're going to draw a line, but in drawing a line, you need at least 2 points, right? But on this one, you only have 1 point, and that is at 2, 0. And another given is the slope. So how will you do that? So first thing to do is to find 2, 0 on the Cartesian plane. So +2 of x. So this is 2, 0. 2, 0, 2 of x, 0 of y. Okay, then since your slope is 3, you're going to need to interpret that in fraction, because you need the rise over run. So the fraction form of 3 is 3 over 1. It means that you have 3 rise and 1 run. So from here, you can rise 3 units. So if you're going to rise 3 units, that will be here, 3 units up and 1 unit right. So the second point is here. Okay, 3 units up, 1 unit run. Then just connect the two, okay, to make a straight line. Okay, so slope is very useful. You can get the line, or you can graph the line even if you only have 1 point, if you have the slope. Okay, so that is drawing a line through point 2, 0 with a slope of 3. Graph the ordered pair 2, 0. It's there. From 2, 0, apply rise over run. So write 3 as a fraction, so 3 rise and 1 run. Plot a point at this location. Then draw a straight line through the points. Okay, so that's it. Next, sometimes instead of giving coordinate points, they will give you a ratio table. You can still find the slope from this by using them as coordinate points. Okay, so if there are no coordinates for the points, or no points are given, no graph are given, only ratio table, you can also use that in getting the slope, just like this one. Anyway, you have there your x and your y. So is a point, this is a point, this is a point, and this is a point. You have x3, y2, x6, y4, x9, y6, x12, y8. Okay, so you have 4 points there. Finding the slope with variables. Wait. If you're going to get the slope given this table, you just have to choose 2 points here. Let's say this one and this one. So this will be x sub 1, y sub 1. This one will be x sub 2, y sub 2. Okay? Any pair will do. Anyway, you'll get the same answer. Okay? Next, we have finding the slope with variables. So how about if the given is like this? The slope of a line that goes through the points R6 and 4, 2 is 4. So 2 points are given, slope is given, but in the first point, R, which is supposed to be x sub 1, is not given. It is represented by small letter r. So your task here is to find r. So how will you do that? So you just have to use the same formula. M equals to x sub 2 minus x sub 1 over y sub 2 minus y sub 1. Okay. Y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. So you're missing here is x sub 1. So same procedure. Substitute the given. M is equal to 4 equals to y sub 2. Our y sub 2 is 2 minus y sub 1, 6 over x sub 2 is 4 minus x sub 1. Our x sub 1 is r. Okay, then cross multiply, so this will become 4 times 4 minus r equals to 2 minus 6, you'll get negative 4, right? Then 4 times 4, 16, 4 times r, negative 4r equals to negative 4. Then transpose 16 on the other side, so it will become negative 4r equals to negative 4 minus 16. Negative 4 minus 16. This is 16. Equals to negative 20. Then divide both by 4 by negative 4. So your answer here is r equals to negative 20 divided by negative 4. You'll get positive 5, right? Okay, so let's see the solution here. Same procedure, just write the equation first, then substitute the given. Even if the slope is not what is missing, you can still use the formula for finding the slope. Okay, so let's see. First is to write the equation. Next is to substitute the given. Slope is 4. Y sub 2 is 2. Y sub 1, 6. X sub 2, 4. X sub 1, r. Okay. Then cross multiply. So this will be 4 times 4 minus r and 1 times negative 4. So 1 times negative 4 equals to 4 times 4 minus r. Then 1 times negative 4, negative 4. 4 times 4, 16. 4 4 times negative r, negative 4r. Then, to cancel 16, subtract 16 on both sides. So, this will be negative 4r and this will be negative 20. Then, divide both by 4. So, r equals to positive 5. Positive 5 equals 20 is negative, 4 is negative. Negative divided by negative, that is equal to positive. Okay, so therefore, the ordered pair is 5, 6, and 5, 6, and what's that? 5, 6, and 4, 2. X sub 1 is 5. Okay? So, that's it for today. So, I hope you learned something new. If you have questions, you can message me in Kakao. Okay? So, bye for now.